Okay, I feel like I'm supposed to speak a lot today. So, something interesting. When I was traveling to where I am now, um, I was at this gas station, restaurant, convenience store, kind of in the middle of nowhere, along the highway. I went in and I got something like a Subway sandwich. Same idea. It just wasn't Subway. Um, the girls, when I went in, I made some observation about something in the store. I'm just trying to, I don't know, make friends, make light conversation. Um, they like really didn't want me there for some reason, and this has happened to me a lot in my life. I just kind of used to think there was something wrong with me, and now I know that's not it. Um, okay. So, anyway, they were pretty rude to me, so I walked out and decided not to get the sandwich. After I bought some, I don't know, crackers or something. And then I got this message from God to go in and like face what I was afraid of, like their negative energy towards me. I really, really didn't want to do it. But I was like, I can't keep running from these things. So I went in. I said I changed my mind. I ordered the sandwich. By that time, two other people were waiting for a sandwich before me, so it took like 10-15 minutes. And at this point, I also recall only really wanting to eat the vegetables out of the sandwich. I had just not really been like paying attention to. Well, I think it's like ridiculous that my body doesn't want any meat, so I kind of was like eating it anyway to some extent. I ate some of the meat of the sandwich. Because although it didn't feel good in my digestion, part of me thinks that's the only way to gain energy, which I'm kind of understanding now is not the case for me. Learning as I go. Anyways, so I left this place after sitting in what was still kind of their like hostility and negativity towards me. And they kept looking at me like they wanted me to leave, especially one of the girls. But I didn't leave until I had paid for and gotten my sandwich. So I stood up for myself energetically and sat in like the discomfort of being disliked for what reason I don't know. Like I've said before in other videos, I think there's some way in which I intimidate people. My guess is because they think maybe I know something they don't know, which I probably do. I just have kind of an understanding of the universe in a way a lot of people don't have. But I don't see why this would make them like angry at me or like hostile. I don't really shame anybody. I treat people well. Anyways, it's not about me. That's the point. This mystery will be solved at some later date. But anyway, so I went outside and there was a beautiful white butterfly. Oh, no, it was light green. Okay, and it was by all these fields of farm looking places. Anyways, so it was on the concrete and I kind of went up to because I wanted to see it. I've never seen a light green butterfly in my life. So then this guy kind of comes up to me who was in the gas station. And he said something like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm looking at this green butterfly. It's amazing. I've never seen a green butterfly before." And he said, "They get that from eating, I think it was alfalfa. They get that from eating alfalfa in the fields. It's a color, the alfalfa changes their color." So, yeah. Then we talked for a bit. I'm kind of enjoying the interaction. I mean, he's giving me attention, whatever. I'm pretty aware at this point he wants to have sex with me. I gave him my Facebook information or something, or whatever. He's probably like 20 years older than me, is my guess. He said he was some sort of HVAC or, did some sort of mechanical industrial job like that. Anyways, so I left and was kind of like processing, how did I really feel about this interaction? And I was like, yeah, I kind of wanted to have sex with this man. He was fairly attractive, and he was in decent shape. Whatever. There's lots of men I'm attracted to, regardless of those two factors. But, anyways. Then I was like, okay, this man's never going to look me up. I'm never going to look him up, although we told each other information. So, to kind of process the interaction and like understand what had happened, because I don't want to do one night stands anymore, and that's kind of the decision I made before I traveled, or really get into relationships at all at this point. I processed the energy of the interaction, and I literally could understand and visualize pretty much exactly what the sexual experience would have been. It would have been kind of exciting up to a point. It's fun to like take off your clothes and have sex with someone, right? But then, like, when it was over, I was going to feel emptier than before it started. And there was always been some sort of like emptiness inside me I'm trying to fill, right? But I guess I've kind of understood that one night stands and sex in general does not fill these things, this emptiness, okay? I think it's self-love mostly, and accepting love and care from God, things like that. Anyways, I was kind of surprised that I had like emotionally, energetically gone through like the whole sexual experience in my head without even really needing that man there. So that's just a thought for other women out there. I think a lot of us probably have this ability. Like, you don't need to have sex with that man to know what it would be like. Okay.